This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.
Coming to the end of another year on our calendar. And what changes have we made this year? Have we reflected and thought about what changes 2017 has brought us in terms of when we went into the year, we were thinking one way about food and diet and health, and we were in a certain condition in terms of our health or our sickness. And now here we are coming out of 2017. And where is our health now? Do we have the same ideas that we did coming into it? Have we put them into practice and we're sticking to it? Or have we changed several times throughout the year? And now what we're doing, is it consistent or not? Because the greatest way to break a habit, and certainly eating the wrong food is a bad habit, is to be consistent at doing something right or doing something that goes against that. So for whatever you're doing now, how you came into the year, forget about it. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you're leaving the year. How are you leaving? Do you feel better? Is your digestion better? Are you sleeping better? Are you eating better? Or are you doing worse than you were doing? It's not just about feeling, it's about what you're actually doing. So think about that. Was your goal to lose weight, but you put on weight? Was the weight you put on muscle, or was the weight you put on fat? And is your waist getting bigger or smaller? And and again, your sleeping patterns, and are you drinking more water? And are you making sure that you're doing something you love and not getting up and go to work every day doing something you don't love? Because no matter how much you think you're healthy by eating healthy, if you're getting up every day to do something you don't love, you are not going to be healthy. Well, let me put it this way: if you're getting up every day to do something you hate, you're going to develop sickness in your life. And I'm not speaking that over to you. I pray that doesn't happen to anyone. But the reality is that our body can deal with food much better than it could deal with our emotional state and stress. And no matter how good or bad the food is you're eating, if you're emotionally stressed and unhappy, you are not going to be healthy. But if you start changing your attitude, yes, your diet will make a difference and it works together. Because the better you eat, the easier it is to change your attitude to something good. The worse you eat, you're gonna be just like the cows that have mad cow disease. You're gonna be mad, and you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be mad because you don't feel well. You're gonna be mad because you got no energy. You're gonna be mad because you got some disease or discomfort, and you're not just experiencing side effects to the drugs. You're experiencing direct effects to the drugs. You're gonna be mad because you're gonna realize that you just keep going to the doctor. They keep telling you the same thing, but then you finally realize, wait a second, if I keep doing the same thing, but I expect a different result, that just doesn't make sense. So I got to start doing things different. And I got to get rid of the things in my life that are creating my problems and start with your doctor. We need to understand that changes do need to be made if we're not completely, I'm not saying a little, I'm saying completely satisfied with where we are in our life, where we are with our health, where we are with our emotional state. Changes need to be made. And I will call them changes for the better because we're going to move in the right direction. We're going to change for the better. And what we don't know, we don't know. But then when we find out, what do we do? I'm going to say that again, okay? That again. No, I'm just kidding. Here it is. What we don't know, we don't know. But what really matters is, what do you do when you find out what you didn't know? Not only do I look like a philosopher, but I am one, too. No, but that's it. If we don't know something's bad, I mean, we didn't know, but now we found out. Are we going to keep eating it and make an excuse? Or we're going to stop eating it and say, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. As we say in New York, forget about it. Put it away. No more. So, you have to love feeling better than the taste of that food you're putting in your body. Because the powers that be, and they put these chemicals and additives to make your body just crave food. Everything from Coca-Cola to your Hostess cupcakes to your other cookies and candies and cakes. They literally put drugs in those things and chemicals to make it literally addicting. Addicting. Over-the-counter drugs. Probably more addicting than under-the-counter drugs. And then what the problem is for people that are on drugs, you got people that want to help them because it's illegal. So you got these big buildings and you got these big rehab centers for these people that are on these so-called street drugs or the under-the-counter drugs. But what about you need a rehab center for people that eat chocolate donuts. You need a rehab center for people that are drinking so much soda. That thing is terrible for your body, but it's so addicting. And you don't think it's addicting. Wait till you start experiencing the withdrawals of all these legal drugs. Somebody be drinking 5 cups of coffee a day and they stop, and all of a sudden they can't deal with it. But somebody can stop smoking crack, and then they can end up doing it, but people can't get off coffee. You tell me what's addicting. So we need to start getting serious about this, because our body's only going to last a certain amount of time. And it's proven it could last a long time, and you could do great a long time. I got a good friend. He's like 88 years old. 88 years old. He's been eating a raw vegan diet for over 60 years. It's in great shape. Great shape. Somebody say, well, I have an Uncle Bob, or I heard a grandpa, or I heard a story in the news where somebody didn't eat well at all and they lived to 100 years old or something like that. You need to stop worrying about those people. You need to stop worrying about the news, and you need to start doing something healthier in your life. That's what we need to be doing. So we need to understand how serious this is. And please, 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 a great way to start and a great way to change things is get your blood checked. Get your blood checked, and see where you're deficient, because a deficiency and a detoxification will look the same, but you have to treat them different. If your body's detoxifying, it's trying to get rid of stuff, you just put too much in it. And you could probably tell this by the size of your waist. If your waist is bigger than your chest, chances are you're overeating or eating too much, too often, or too late. You need to stop, slow down. I met somebody the other day, they lost a lot of weight. I said, did you change what you were eating? They said, no, I just started eating less. Oh, what a great idea. Overeating. We got more books on diet than ever before in the history of man. We got more obese people than ever before. Why? Because people, they just eat and eat and eat. And they're not hungry. It's not a real hunger. It's a habit hunger. If it was a real hunger, we wouldn't have the words in our vocabulary. I don't like that. You want to see real hungry people, you see people that they'll eat everything on the plate, and including the plate. They won't leave anything left over. They won't be, oh, I don't like that. No, if you're really hungry, you eat it. But you got this habit hunger. You're just used to eating at a certain time. You're just used to eating at a certain time. So now you're going to find something to eat at that time. And if you don't like it, you won't stop. You go find something else, because that's just the habit you're into. So we need to break the cycle. Break the cycle. That's what we need to do. I want to mention that I have a raw food retreat coming up in West Palm Beach, Florida. Get out of the cold weather. Enjoy some good, nice, warm weather. West Palm Beach, Florida. Look, I could have lived anywhere in the world, and I moved to West Palm Beach, Florida, because it's just a wonderful place. And it's West Palm Beach, Florida, January 26th, 27th, and 28th. There's still spots open. We're going to have a raw food retreat. 3 days of my people I know who are Dr. Shandell, the one I recommend for blood tests. Michael Haley, Dr. Michael Haley, the one about the aloe vera. And Dr. Tom Fisher, or Nurse Tom Fisher, who works at Hippocrates Health Spa, who was cured of cancer, and has an excellent presentation, and a bunch of other people. And the chef is going to be Rita Romano. And when I first got into eating a raw food diet, it was Rita Romano and her book, Dining in the Raw. It was an amazing recipe book that I actually ran a raw food restaurant in New York City, just making recipes out of that book. And then I worked in a vegetarian restaurant, the most popular vegetarian restaurant still to this day in New York City, Caravan of Dreams. I was the raw food chef there, and I made recipes out of Rita Romano's book, Dining in the Raw. And what happened years later, I went down to Key West and I met her. And what's happening now, me and her became friends. She lives right near me in Lake Worth, Florida, and we're holding our 4th raw food retreat. And we're going to do this, and it's going to be great. The previous 3 were just absolutely, everyone loved it. But here's, this retreat, we're going to take people to Hippocrates Health Institute to eat some food there. I'm going to give you a tour around there. I am going to go with you in a health food store and give you a tour around the health food store. We're going to have raw recipes, raw food demos, some of the best chefs, including yours truly. We're going to be making raw foods, and it's not going to be like $2,000 or $1,500 or even $1,000. $525 can get you in for 3 days, but there's only limited space. We only have limited space, and it's going to sell out. So if you're interested in going, I definitely recommend you get to my website, healthwatchman.com, and go to the top of the page. It says Raw Food Retreat, or contact me and sign up for that. If you were at one of the previous ones, you know what a great time we have. And this is going to be your allowed, your permission, and your time. Where for this weekend and this weekend alone, I will approve. You are allowed to overeat. You are going to have so much delicious food, and you're just gonna not put on weight or anything like that because the food's gonna be good. But we're gonna overeat, and we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna feel great. We're gonna detoxify. You can take a blood test with Dr. Shandell if you want, and we're gonna cover a lot of information. So if you're sick, you know anyone that's sick, come on down. If you're making one of these so-called New Year's resolutions, come on down and start your year off right. January 26th, 27th, and 28th here in West Palm Beach, Florida, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. So come on down. All right.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.